there were reports that a pupil had stabbed three people at the school. Two air ambulances arrived, along with a heavy police presence over the tannoy. The children heard code red, and teachers locked all the classrooms. There was hundreds of pupils locked into their classrooms, and some pupils apparently clambered over 7-foot-high fences for their own safety.
Well, Ben Ellery is the Times crime editor, and he's with us now. Ben, you heard the statement, the media update there. So piecing together everything from the day, what do we know about what's happened?
Well, the news broke about 11:20 a.m. today when the emergency services were called. There were reports that a pupil had stabbed three people at the school. Two air ambulances arrived, along with a heavy police presence. And as the news spread throughout the community, hundreds of anxious parents turned up at the school gates as the school went into lockdown.
And how long did that lockdown last?
So after it started about 11:20, the lockdown went on till about 3:20. There was reports that one person was stabbed in the neck and airlifted to a hospital about 50 miles away. We've since been told that the three people who were injured, their injuries are not life-threatening, and a knife has been recovered. And the school is going to be closed tomorrow.
Clearly, in terms of the incident itself, it is alarming, it is worrying. A teenage girl has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and is in custody. What should we be considering, Ben, in the aftermath of this? Immediately our minds go to, well, how safe are schools?
Well, it was obviously a terrifying moment for pupils, and when it happened, schools had been prepared for an emergency scenario. So over the tannoy, the children heard code red, and teachers locked all the classrooms. There was hundreds of pupils locked into their classrooms, and some pupils apparently clambered over 7-foot-high fences for their own safety, rang their parents, obviously, who were extremely worried, and immediately descended down to the vicinity of the school. The local MP said that the school carried out its practiced lockdown procedure very well, and apparently there's a primary school opposite which also went into lockdown.
Wow. Ben, thank you very much. Thanks for the update. That's Ben Ellery, the Times crime editor. And just to say that with your digital subscription to The Times, you can follow that developing story online or on the app at thetimes.co.uk is the website, or download the app, and that article will be updated throughout the evening. And of course, you'll get the latest on Times Radio as well. Times' Southwest correspondent Will Humphreys joins us live from Ammanford. Will, thanks for joining us. We've just had something of an update from the police, so what's the latest?
Yeah, so the latest, like you said, is that the police have, in the last few minutes, announced that a teenage girl has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. Police were called to Amman Valley Secondary School in Carmarthenshire just after 11:15 this morning, just as the morning break was ending and students were starting to go to their classes. We've been told by eyewitnesses that a female student was stabbing teachers and a pupil. People said that a tannoy announcement announced a code red lockdown, and that students were then locked inside their classrooms by teachers. They remained in lockdown for the next 4 hours. Parents and concerned family members gathered at the gates of the school, and children were only released at 3:30 this afternoon. Like you said, two air ambulances were sent to the scene, and it's believed one of those air ambulances may have taken someone to Cardiff Hospital.
What do we know about the condition of those who were injured?
We don't know their condition. All we know is that all three people, two teachers and a teenage pupil, were taken to hospital with stab wounds. We don't know if any of those are life-threatening. Given that the teenage girl has been charged with, arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, it's fair to say that they would be fairly serious wounds.
Yeah. In terms of the area, Will, what can you tell us about, the type of location, the type of school? Just put this place in its context for us.
The school is in the middle of the town of Allanford. It's not far from Llanelli. We're sort of in quite rural West Wales here. Very close-knit community. The people live right up next to the school gates, residential streets all around it. There's a 7-foot-high sort of perimeter fence over the school. Some of the students told me they had to jump over that 7-foot-high fence to get away from what's happening for their own safety. So there's been hundreds of people at that fence line all this morning and afternoon waiting for news from inside the school to know that the children are safe and were going to be released. Okay. Many of the parents were called by their children on phones and told that they were safe and locked inside their classrooms.
Will, thanks very much. Thank you for the update, and we will, of course, keep in touch with Will Humphreys, the Times South West correspondent reporting from Ammanford, with apologies for the slight glitches on the line, but we stuck it out just to bring you the latest on that.